Day 6 of the search and now recovery effort about to get underway in just a minute. I'm Jacob Rascone, live in Kerr County. Good morning, Ugochi and Steph.
Hey, good morning, Jacob. Thanks for joining us. And I'm Ugochi Loka here with Steph Simmons.
Crews are now in day 6 of the search and rescue efforts.
And those missing include at least 5 campers and 1 counselor from Camp Mystic. Those tasked with the search say the water hasn't been the only issue they're running into.
We do have a lot of people who came here in campers, RVs, and camped along the river. And, you know, if nobody reports them missing, if nobody is looking for them, we may not know that they're missing. And that really has been the big challenge for this thing. Recovery and rescue operations are ongoing and they'll continue, but getting a handle on exactly how many people we're looking for has been tough.
Yeah, and crews continue to pledge that they will not stop until every single person is found.
Now let's get back out to Jacob live for us this morning in Kerr County. And Jacob, you met up with some of the crews who are part of the search efforts.
Yeah, we've met a lot of them, and this is true on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, but we really got a different look when we went on this ride along with the chief of the Ingram Fire Department just on top of the hill. She's been here for 50 years. So she was there responding as a teenager to the 1978 flooding and then the 1987 flooding. And then now she is, of course, in charge. So the area, Kerr County, just the whole search area is separated into 4 main fire departments. And each of them have hundreds of first responders and volunteers that they coordinate. Here, yesterday, they had 700. And they are so thankful for donations like these. Truckloads of water bottles. Also, beyond this, there are Gatorade and other drinks. They've got snacks. People have donated tons of fuel and food for the horses. It really has been impressive. And as the chief tells me, it's part of what moves her to keep going, seeing the outpouring of support from the volunteers and others who are just donating. So here's a look at some of what we saw yesterday with the chief and one of her relentless volunteers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, you bet. Thank you all.
Scores of new searchers sign up every day.
And we're working both ways.
The Ingram Fire Department and 700 helpers cover 70 square miles.
Doing everything they absolutely can to bring the missing family members home.
The massive operation led by Chief Diana Backus.
I worked the Comfort flood in 1987.
In 5 decades on the job, this is the worst thing Chief Diana's ever seen.
I saw RVs being slammed up against trees and literally exploding. I saw children floating in the water begging for help that we could not reach. And that takes it out of you.
Are you okay?
I can't say I'm okay, but I'm going to do my job.
This was underwater and there was a car floating.
Retired firefighter Tammy Landon, one of countless tireless volunteers.
At the time, you deal with it. Later on, it's going to hit everybody. I was born and raised here. Pretty bad.
It is organized chaos with growing impressive resources, including the helicopters like these. We've also seen boats, ATVs, dogs, horses, and other equipment. When I told the chief and I told other fire officials here and volunteers about the press conference with the governor about the 161 people still missing, which they had not heard because they were busy working, a couple of them started to weep, knowing that that is their effort. This is what they're here for. They know, and they've told me, the somber reality is they haven't found anyone alive since the day of the flood. But they have found many of the bodies. They find them every day, and they know the closure that they're helping to bring to the families who are missing the loved ones. I know that this is really heavy to talk about and to think about, but when we were inside of this command center, they had pictures, more than 100 of them, laying on the ground from campsites and from RVs and others. They know that this is grueling mentally and physically and beyond words, but they know that they have to keep going. They can't stop searching. And now knowing that there are so many more people still missing, they know that they're going to be here for weeks doing the same thing day after day. Stephanie Ugochi, back to you.
It's very difficult work, but impactful work. And those families, as you just said, Jacob, they do need closure. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again in just a few minutes. Meantime, we are taking a look at before and after pictures of the floods, and you can see the water really making an impact on how wide the river is. We're continuing to hear from some of those survivors as well, with the common theme being that it was just happening so fast.
It rose from our ankles to our waist in less than probably 15 minutes. It was really terrifying because even once we got inside the cabin on a little bit higher ground, we almost immediately saw some lights we thought were a rescue boat maybe or something. It was all so fast. It was my car was floating by. I guess the alarm was triggered by all the water rushing in, and it just floated by the window. And I was really scared. I've never been in anything like that before.
That's Leanne Aiken. She is a flood survivor and also on the Red Cross Disaster Action Team. She says that she's been in situations that have siren systems before, but with the loud rush of the water and how fast it rose, she said that she didn't think anything would have been fast enough for this particular situation. And right now, we do have another easy way for you to help with those impacted. KHOU 11 is teaming up with our sister stations from across the state to raise money for the Tegna, Texas Flood Relief Fund. Just scan the QR code on your screen to make a tax-deductible donation. All of the money will then go directly to some of the local nonprofits in the areas who were hit the hardest.